Do you try to capture your capitals like this? Or like this? Well, fear not, my friend, because I'll show you how to capture every capital like a pro. But before that, please subscribe the channel and like the video, because these videos take really long to make. So showing support really helps me and motivates me to make more quality content like this. And I will divide the steps and instructions in 3 parts, so let's get right into it. Before we actually proceed, we need to make sure our preparation is good. Preparation varies based on the location of the capital. For example, Washington. Washington is a coastal capital city in the US, so because of that, you should start getting a good navy. Get 1 aircraft carrier, 2 submarines, 2 destroyers, and 2 battleships. Not only will this secure your place in the sea, it will also kill off any ground units stationed in the US, and get a good amount of troops you acquire through your common sense. This applies for Beijing, aka China's capital. You can do the same thing if the capital is not a coastal city but still close to the sea. But what about capital cities not close to the sea? For them, you need a good air force instead of a navy. For example, Moscow. For Moscow, all you need is a good air force and some transport aircraft. Make sure your air force is stronger than Russia's and winter train your ground units. And research mobility in your tanks and troops to rush to Moscow. Now the strategy is simple. For USA, you can start by distracting him or by surprising him. How do we distract him? You can land a medium-sized army at California to fool him into thinking you're gonna keep attacking there. Then move your actual big army to Washington with your navy, or mentally get into the US's head as a good ally. Portray yourself as his friend or ally. One time, I went as far as adding a USA player in Discord and in Roblox and had a great friendly voice chat with him. When I knew he thinks of me as his friend, I immediately sniped his capital. Or just use your own judgment to know when it's the right time to isolate his capital. This also applies for Beijing, aka China's capital. You can do the same thing for capitals close to the sea, but not a coastal city. And for capitals not close to the sea, for example, Moscow, as I said, you need to use your own air force and ground power, as said in part 1. You can paradrop using transport aircraft in Moscow. You can distract Russia in a ground battle, then sneak in a well amount of tanks or infantry. Then rush them to the capital and quickly capture Moscow. Now I will show you a time-lapse of me destroying noobs by capturing their capitals using my strategy which I've shown and said. Now in this gameplay, I destroyed 4 people at once using the same strategies I told you about capturing capital cities. I will time-lapse the gameplay and yeah.
Годує, а чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, батьківщину від сволоти треба вичищати, а чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, батьківщину від сволоти треба вичищати. У Чорнобилі солдати окопи копали, замість лампочок у юртах світити почали, а чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, на Росії нова зброя, ядерні буряти. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, на Росії нова Чорна баївка привітно обійми розкрила, знову нечистю півнеба палала горіла. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, будете по всій планеті весело палати. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, будете по всій планеті весело палати. У Херсоні окупантів не здійсняться мрії, синьо-жовтий прапор скоро знов замайоріє. А чи пан, майоріє, а чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, скоро всіх колаборантів кинемо за грати. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, скоро всіх колаборантів кинемо за грати. У Чернігівському лісі гілок на всіх стане, якщо знов якийсь москалик на північ погляне. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, якщо сунетесь потвори, знову вам тікати. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, якщо сунетесь потвори, знову вам тікати. На Зміїному до орків непривітні скелі підкидають окупантів вибухи до стелі. А чи пан, чи пропав, двічі не вмирати, нічого на білий острів свого.
Now this gameplay is much different than the last one. So in the last one we captured Moscow, Poland, Berlin, all those inland capitals, and I showed you how I do it using my strategies. And in this gameplay, it's gonna be different. We're gonna be capturing Beijing, which is close to the sea. For capitals like that, we need a good navy, and this is what I'm literally doing here. Yeah, I'm gonna be commentating what I did, and yeah, that's it. And right here, I have 4 of everything. I have 4 battleships, I have 4 destroyers, 4 submarines, and 2 aircraft carriers, as I knew China also had a navy. But in my surprise, it wasn't really that strong, and I had 10k tanks to capture cities, and I knew China would spam a lot after I get Beijing. So yeah. Now from all this spamming, China ran out of MP because he was also using it at the north when he was trying to get Europe, and transporting these troops were really hard for him. So this gave me an edge in the war, and yeah. Okay, now this is it for today's video. Well, yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, ask me in the comments. And this last clip wasn't really that impressive, but it gives you an idea on how to capture capital cities that are close to the sea using navy. So thank you for watching this tutorial on how to capture every type of capital city known in Rise of Nations. So goodbye, guys.